You just help bring him out.
Yeah, right. I call my art the title I use when I have something in a show or anything like that is out of wood. In fact, I have
Out of wood.
out of wood, O-U-T of W-O-O-D, out of wood.
Well, do you still exhibit? Do you still go around if
Yeah,
somebody
I had
asks to see
I had an
your work?
exhibit last December, not this last December of 2006,
Uh-huh.
a whole month at the Tennessee Art League, and then right now I've got 8 pieces on display at the Brentwood Library out in Brentwood.
Wow. Now, if someone wanted to get in contact with you to like, do you also sell? I mean, your pieces.
I've sold a few pieces.
But mainly.
You know, speaking of selling stuff.
Oh my goodness! What you gonna say?
Well, see, as long as you're alive, unless you're a really great artist, you can't expect to make any money off that stuff. When I die, somebody says, "Oh, and they pay for that."
No,
You know,
wait.
pay for it till you die.
It's some don't. I mean, but also I think it's how you market yourself too. If you really get out there and push, because look at Thrill Kill.
Yeah.
With his paintings. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
he's still
agree.
alive. He's not.
Yeah, well,
he's
well,
doing a fantastic.
don't put me in the. See, Thrill Killer is a professional artist. I do it for fun. It's just a relaxing for me.
So actually, how it started out, maybe somebody doing knitting to relax, because being an OBGYN, sometime I'm sure could put some pressure or some stress.
Yeah, it
on
was
you.
pressure.
Was
pressure.
it?
It's unlike other things you do, because when I was practicing, I could not relax and rest completely. If a woman was in labor, I would be waking up even if they didn't call me. I'd wake up. And,
What,
you
you
know,
get kind of in tune with the
I don't know.
woman
I don't know
that
what it
you
was,
didn't-
but I would do that until the baby got here and everything was all right. I would
Wow.
be somewhat anxious.
Now, how many babies do you think you have delivered, Dr. McGruder?
I wouldn't want to hazard a guess on that.
Well, give us an estimate.
No,
I mean,
no,
you
no.
know,
I
what-
won't.
that many.
Yes, there's a whole lot of them. You know, when you spend, see, from 1950, 1950, I was a third-year medical student.
At Meharry.
That's right. From 1950 to 1994.
Ooh.
That's when I retired. So that means for all those
40.
years, I was involved in delivering babies. And after beginning in 1953, I didn't do anything but take care of women. Women, that is, I either would take care of women.
Mm-hmm.
That was my specialty. So, and then on top of that, the reason I'm helping so many people, at the end of my first year, of postgraduate medical education, I was in a position where whenever some complicated thing came along,
Right.
I was involved in it because I was the senior person. And then I just...
Yeah, because also, didn't you go back, like I said, you're still involved with Meharry up to a point, kind of like on an advisory
Well,
type?
no, the last year,
last year?
this past year was the last time where I didn't do any teaching.
Okay.
That's the first time.
Teaching, that's what.
I usually would give 1 or 2 lectures. Well, 1 lecture to each group up until last year.
Mm-hmm.
I got sick last year, very sick. So
Yes, I think I remember, that.
I'm still recuperating from that. It may be.
Well, you're looking very well.
Thank
it
you.
doesn't look
It
like
said it'd be at
that
least a
you
year
had-
before I'd be able to get back like I was. And so I'm...
But I just think that your history, and your accomplishments still to me is just kind of mind blowing. Like I said, the profession that chose you, or you chose, whichever way that we want to say it, because you can't hardly walk anywhere in Nashville that somebody don't run up to you and they remember either you delivered them personally, or I mean the.
Well, you know, the funny part about that is that people See, I was just one person, and all these hundreds and hundreds of folks that I interacted with, either as a teacher or as a physician, or supervising someone else, walking into the living room and said, telling somebody, do this, do that. So, and then I spent, after I got through my own training, I spent the other 40 or so years teaching students all the way from the first year medical students
Right.
up until their specialty. We had our program at Meharry.
Plus running your practice? I mean, you
Well,
were also
the first 19 years, I had an office out in the city, but I was always part-time teaching at the hospital from the time I started
So, I mean,
practicing.
Dr. Magruder, you also passed through some history. I mean, you know, Nashville involved with the civil rights.
Yeah, well, I didn't take
movement.
any active part in that. That was my first wife who was doing that. She, I just.
But I mean, you couldn't miss it. It
No,
was
it was all around me, but I was
all
busy
around.
taking care of sick people. So I have never gone on a march. No, I was a member of the NAACP,
Right.
which but I never did go to marches and that type of thing.
Well, mainly, like you said, your greatest concern or what you were doing was taking care of the women, trying to ensure that the next generation at least had some fighting chance to get here and to grow up. Did some of the babies that you took care of, did they grow up to be doctors like that you know of, OBGYNs?
No, I don't know any of that. I would imagine there may be some. Oh yeah, I know there is some. There was some because I was talking to somebody the other day and they was telling me that